Yo, how is it going, YouTube? So, this is Superstyle Gaming, or you might know me as Ryan Mahalik. I've been in the BTD scene for a while. I've been in some of Asian's videos. I'm friends with Asian no monies, and yeah, so I thought I was gonna start a YouTube video and kind of just see how it goes, kind of have some fun with it. Here's my stats. Now, what we're gonna do today is we're just gonna go over some replays, recent KOTH replays with this guy named King and this guy named Falling Ash. They aren't the best replays, but there's some recent games and kind of just tell you guys what my plans are with this channel. So here we go. First game is on SML. So yeah, if you don't know what KOTH is, it's called King of the Hill. It's a Discord server with a bunch of like pro players, and it's really fun because it's so it's like best of 3 matches where you start with a random map. You start with a random map, and then if you lose the map, it goes to your choice of a map, basically. So our random map for this series, which is a best of 3, was SML. I chose to go Dartling Glue, which is actually one of my favorite strats. It's an uncommon strat to go, but I love it. It's a pretty aggro strat, but it also can be passive if you're facing someone with a worse late game loadout than you, if that makes sense. He's going Dart Wizard here, so knowing that information, I decided to go pretty passive this game because Dart Farm Wizard normally dies to around 22 all out. So if I can just survive to around 22, I think I have the game in the bag. Now, if you know me, I'm not really a Dart player, which is why I do go Dartling Glue on this map. I don't really like playing Dart. I don't really play DFA. I don't play Dart Farm Wizard. That's not really my play style. So what I'm doing here is I'm just sending some pink balloons to force the second triple dart, because on most maps a triple dart and a O2 will defend pinks, but this map you need 2 triple darts to defend. So I just forced that real quick, and then I'm gonna focus on farms. So yeah, my plans with this channel. I haven't put too much thought into it yet. I'm obviously going to do BTD Battles. That's my main game right now. Um, Probably show some KOTH games and maybe collab sometime with another YouTube. That would be fun. Maybe even start streams in the future and do tourneys. It depends on how big my follower account becomes as well. But I definitely want to put a decent amount of work into this YouTube channel and try to grow a nice base. So that's kind of my plans with it. I'm also maybe gonna try out some other games besides BTD. Like I play Minecraft, CS:GO, um, yeah. So maybe those games I'll try out. But right now we're just gonna start with BTD because that's kind of how I got into here, talking with Asian, and he told me I should make a channel and stuff. So I thought it would be fun. Round 8, I'm just gonna send him a few yellows to force that sport. Um, Again, not being too aggro here, just forcing minimal defense. That's the goal. And then I'm gonna go for my next farm. So if I remember correctly, he does a yellow rush on with round 9 AI. Now here you're gonna need 3 powerful darts to defend without boost, but I only can afford 2, so I'm gonna boost, but honestly, only 1 boost down is not too bad at this point in the game. And I have 2 plantations, which is pretty solid. Of course, I send some more yellows and he shows the wizard, so then I know, okay, he doesn't have ace, so I can just play passive from here on out. And of course, I placed down my glue for the leads as well. Now, if he were to send whites, you need a glue splatter and maybe 1 more powerful darts, and that would defend the whites. Round 12 here, I'm going to need a plutonium darts for that camo lead, and I actually opt to just get another dartling gun because it's nice to with the dartling, it's nice to have your defense before the rush happens, so you can like target the dartlings at the start of the map. So I like to have at least 3 dartlings down before around 13, 14 rushes, that type of stuff. So I got 3 plantations around 14. That's pretty solid. I think I think he's not playing this to the best of his ability. He should be more aggro against me right now, knowing that my strat will last a lot later than his. So He's kind of letting me farm on, which is a mistake in my opinion. Oh, one interesting thing. So this game was played on my mobile device, and I'm recording on PC. So I'm trying to learn how to like play on PC right now, all the custom hotkeys and everything. So that's a learning curve. So right now we might just be doing post comms for a while, unless you want to just see me bot up on PC, which is probably not the best. Now I do send him a little mixed rush on round 16 AI, just because he had minimal defense and this forced a good bit. So I still think that was a pretty solid rush, even though I'm supposed to be playing passive. Now here's a move I do not recommend. With Wizard, with Dart Wizard, you don't want to go for a BIA. I see I force his boost right here, and I'm gonna follow it up with a Moab Rush round 18 to try to make him sell it. I don't think that BIA was a good move. So he's able to afford the fan club with the cash out of the BIA, but the problem is he sold his Wizard, so the leads under it create him some issues. He does clutch up and actually defend the rush, but barely. But he did sell the BIA, so I think I'm at an advantage at this point. So now that I've sold him the BIA, I'm kind of just chilling, trying to get ready for round 20 BFBs. That is probably the hardest part with this strategy, trying to defend round 20 BFBs, because the the way the glue works, if the glue splatter like unglues while all of the ceramics are out, that will overrun your dartlings a ton. So you kind of need the glue splatter to be timed correctly so it breaks down all the balloon layers. So what I do here is I get up a bunch of dartlings and I boost right after the glue hits. See? And I still almost die here. If you really want to be safe, you need to get up a 4-2 glue, and then you won't have to boost at all. But I kind of gambled it here, which was not very smart, and I barely defended. So the replay was kind of off there, but I did barely defend. And he went for a bank again, not smart at all again. I don't know why you're going for a bank. You should just be going for plantations in an aggro game like this. And we do have similar ecos. So it's not like the bank or BIA he had earlier really got him an eco advantage. So it's round 22. I opt to all out him. I think I sent too many BFBs, honestly, where I couldn't defend like a counter, because I knew he wouldn't be able to defend that in the first place. So he opts to counter, which is the move, and I get lucky that the AI overruns him in time, because I would have died to this, but yeah, so that's game one out of the best of 3 series. So a few mistakes from that game. I rushed him too much on round 22. And yeah, he definitely shouldn't have gone for that BIA and bank. That was just not a smart play. So game 2 was his losing map, and he chose interchange. Again, I'm not really a dart player, so I actually go Wiz Village on this map. Very passive strat. Really, really good late game. So my goal is just to get a BIA on this game. So it's already a good start for me that he didn't anti-stall round 1, so I can go for my 1-0 farm. I send him 2 blues, and then I'm able to perfectly afford my 1-0 wizard at 42 36 seconds to kind of minimize leaks a little bit, which is the goal. Of course I do leak a little bit just because the wizard targeting is pretty bad, but not too much. Now since he is not sending like constant blues, I'm going to greed for my plantation round 4. Greeding is pretty essential with this strategy, as you do want to just go for that BIA. So round 4, he sends me pinks, obviously. I send them a few pinks, but not too much, where I can still afford my lightning wizard in pretty decent amount of time. I don't go for the fireball at all. It's a waste of money in my opinion, because the pinks will still sneak through. It's better just to go straight for the lightning. That's all the defense I really wanted to force with the pinks. So I'm just going to go for another farm and kind of carry on from here. I send him a few blacks now, because I want to force 2 triple darts. His current defense will not handle blacks. And there we go. We got 2 triple darts. That's all we need. And then we just continue farming. My wizard on strong, by the way, will defend blacks, so that's why he's not really sending. But I will need more defense round 8 if he chooses to send yellows or region whites. So round 8 comes and I'm not sending him yellows. That's because this strategy is very passive. I'm not even going to force a sport because he will have to get it up later just to defend leads on round 10. So I'm pretty much just going to wait till round 10 and force a Juggernaut, which is the plan. I leak a decent amount of lives here just because I went for the village first, but the village did save some money on that lightning wizard, so I think it was worth at the end of it. As you can see here, around 10, I send him some leads. He gets up his Juggernaut. Pretty standard gameplay so far. And this is bad for him. I have a pretty nice amount of farms, and a pretty nice amount of farms for Wiz Village, and he hasn't like drained me at all. Drained any boosts, so it's looking pretty good so far. With Wiz Village, though, you have to be really careful with these round 13, 14 Zebra rushes. Um, you don't want to boost them really, so you have to like get up adequate defense. So here, I got up 3 Lightning Fireball Wizards, and under the Monkey Fort, it was able to defend his rush. So that was solid for me, solid defend. And we're just gonna keep farming and go for a BIA. He does have like barely any defense here, but again, the point is not to force defense. It's more so to just focus on BIA because I will win late game. So I might be able to get a BIA at the end of this round because it's cheaper since it is under the village, which I do go for it. He could send me some ceramics here, but I would just sell one of my lightning wizards and go for a dragon breath and I defend. I do send some whites mixed in with around 16 AI, and it looks like he gets up another Spold, another Trip Dart, and is able to defend. But it was a cheap eco rush, and it forced a little bit of defense, so it was solid in my eyes. But I'm definitely outplaying here. I've got a higher eco. I got my BA up around earlier, and I have the better late game strat at the moment, so I'm happy with how this game's going. I think it just stays pretty passive right now. I'm going to just speed it up through this part. Nothing really that interesting happens. I don't go for another farm, and the reason being, if he sends me a BFB, I want to be able to afford a another Dragon's Breath, and then a Phoenix to be able to defend the BFB on boost, so then I won't have to cash out my BIA. So that's why I don't go for another farm yet. But he does not send me a BFB, which is another mistake, because he should be playing a lot more aggro, as I do win late game. I sent some leads mixed in with round